actually play a 1-4.
See Mad Lions? They're going to round it out with the Blitzcrank. Wow. I really like this setup. Obviously, if Zoe oversteps, Blitzcrank is a fantastic champion for punishing.
And one of the big differences, though, is kind of the resource demand from these teams. Caps really demands a lot of resource and a lot of attention to thrive, as there's the TP.
That's a TP top lane. Now coming in, they're going to get the knock as well. They're trying to shut down this Wukong. That's going to be one sleepy monkey. Not going to be happy with that trade playing out. Arome still alive, though. This madman.
They're fishing back
He's not going back to the zoo. It's not going to happen. Oh, no. There it is. Penetration, it does all magic damage, and he's going to make this lane look pretty easy. And while Shadow has something to say about it, but the pullback buys Wonder a bit of space here. They don't really have the damage quite yet, but now with the wave crashing under the tower, maybe Wonder's going to be in trouble. Needs to land that Sonic wave. He's going to flash over, but still, Shadow manages to land as a potential way to really force this game wide open. And Elder Dragon's one of those things on this patch and in this meta that we've seen be hugely important.
They dragged around this map a lot. He's at an experience disadvantage now, 7 to level 5. He'll soon tip over to level 6, but that's kind of the a big option play for Mad Lions, is if you don't have that Callisto ultimate, you lose a lot of that kill pressure.
All right, Roman can Nimbus strike out, but now he has to run. Cyclone's going to give him a lot of movement speed, but he's already been pulled into the death realm. Keep in mind, he does not have the clone. He already used it a little bit earlier. He's going to use the second stack there, and Cap shows up, but he's just watching. He's just in this one, but I don't know if Mad can commit for the full tower. It looks like we do see the TP coming in. Mickey now caught off to the side. Only level 5 here from the Blitzcrank, so not going to have that extra ult burst damage. The flash away, Jankos. Challenging Smite as he now pushes forward. He's going to find the knockup. Karzi, the kick flash over. Shadow, not what he needed. Is going to be able to walk out, but now Jankos goes right back in. That is definitely not a good ult. Throw the Blitzcrank right into the middle of him. One more kill. Is it going to be enough to get 6? Because that's going to be huge. Kaiser trying to get that last auto, but no, Perks just cutting him down. A massive arrow, and now Zoe coming over the wall, so he trouble doesn't connect. Kaiser, or Karzi rather, trying to step his way out. Ulti connects. Double kill for Perks. Q over the wall. Not land anything else, and Phase Rush will. It's about dead on even, a small difference there, but you can see the bar is huge advantage, and now Yanko's going over the wall, trying to steal this one away. The knockup. Yankos is going to take that one down. Perks now backing off, though. They got what they came for. They do not need to overcommit for the fight, but the TP's here from Caps. Goes up the bubble, the pullback, that's going to be 3. The ult from Kaiser, big damage. Infernal Rift now coming in. There's a monkey here, but he's not going to find too much purchase there with that ult. It's Death Realm for Kaiser and Wonder in the backside. Meanwhile, this is an absolutely insane team fight. It's messy, it's a back and forth. That's going to be a shutdown. Arome going over the wall. This one's a bit of a fiesta, folks, but Shadow will go down in the end, and G2 are still coming out on top. They've already got the Drake, and now with that Sleepy Bubble, Trouble Bubble connecting, looks like they're going to grab the follow-up kill as well. Humanoid dunked down. Arome has to run for the hills, and G2, after that one, are in absolute control.
And the extended
3K gold lead, double dragons. It should have been a dragon over to the side of Mad Lions, and the bars is only getting stronger on the way to that second.
I expect that they'll use it into the mid lane. Now, there is still a lot of great wave clear on Mad Lion's side. The fact that Humanoid is on something like the Origen, he has both access to his flash as well as his cleanse. So they're going to have to at least force him to back up, but he should have reinforcements. And Mad Lions are showing that, you know, they're ready to look for these skirmishes and these fights. So as we see G2, they're pulling down to Karzi.
Oh, just pulls him straight into the Death Realm. Karzi maybe feels okay about this one as soon as he dodges out on the E, but now he's trapped in melee range, and the positioning there on the Death Realm is so solid. Perks wants to snipe that one out, but Wonder will go on a run.
And then maybe they'll get the Wukong to come down, look for the flank. This will be the big team fight, but Karzi's like, I will overextend for this bot lane tower. It's fine, because in the ring around, Wukong also gets top. So, hashtag worth?
Absolutely. And Frostgirl, when we talked about this matchup coming into the game right after Analyst Deaths, like, oh, Analyst Deaths are all in favor of G2. We're like, there's some potential for Mad here. And a lot of that for me was because sometimes G2 just, well, they mess around a little bit on day one, as we see here. Cap's going to get kicked back. That is far too clean from Shadow and Humanoid. Excellent play there. We'll forget anything I was talking about. Well done by the side.
Waits for Zoe to come back immediately into Shockwave and just spoon.
Very difficult. Now we see Shadow with a few more items under his belt. Of course, ultimate not available quite yet. Meanwhile, this fight breaking in the mid lane, and Perks has now been isolated, but he can't finish to kill. That damage has to be illegal. There's no way that's allowed. That was far too much. Well played by Perks.
And here's the play that we were talking about earlier. We knew that the Herald was going to go into the mid lane position, and now that Humanoid is also dead, it's going to be far more advantageous for G2. They're going to get a big chunk on that second tower.
And that's very scary now, Frostgirl and G2 pushing in. Shadow just going to smite that one out, and the rest of the team will pull back. This is not a team that you want to walk into Fog of War against. They've got the Tremor Sense, and they've got more than enough poke tools
Waiting for Mad Lions to respawn, get back out on the map, means that G2 can just fall back to his Infernal, reset. Baron's not even up, so there's a lot of walls, being able to play off of the Sleepy Trouble Bubble. That's what G2 really thrives. So when you see them grouped up like this, you can see that no one's standing on that tower for Mad Lions for good reason. It is a death sentence. Now, Mad Lions, again, creating numbers advantage, hit and run style of League of Legends, finding someone in setup, and then trying to get that big wombo combo fight. But as I say that, this is not it, guys.
Successfully, by the way. He wasn't interested in that or the D&D that we played with him, but we tried.
But the main point is that if Mad Lions are going to
steal this one away before the fight kicks off, Kaiser taking a big chunk before the fight even starts as he misses the hook there. Caps free firing. No reason for G2 to commit here. They can just take their time on this one.
Exactly, which means that the onus is on Mad Lions to pull the trigger quickly before they get chunked out with poke here.
Rome waiting off to the side. They need to combine the Cyclone and the Shockwave.
Still watching Orome, seeing if he can get into that flank as Mad Lions playing dodgeball.
Absolutely, and they're not doing a super great job. They're losing a lot of health here, but that's a Shockwave only going to connect onto one. The rest of the team now kicking it off as a fight to start, but Orome's been caught into the Death Realm, denying that Wombo combo ultimate. Wonder, though, going to be straight into the enemy team. He is going to get taken down at the end of this one. Goes golden, buys a bit more time, but now they're focusing down the Infernal instead. They just want the soul. G2's objective has changed. They're no longer interested in the fight. They get the soul. Maybe now they look to turn. Instead, they're giving that respect. They're backing off. Perk's going to throw down some damage, though. Orome going to dash out there. The Warrior Trickster will take him to safety, but Carzy on the front lines, absolutely fearless here, but maybe should be giving a bit more respect because that damage coming in from G2 is far too much to deal with. That's the double kill for Caps. Jankos going under, coming right back up. Shadow trying to use him as a taxi, but it does not matter. G2, absolute dominance.
And that is going to be all she wrote, even if the game doesn't end right here. That's going to be like the big nail in the coffin for G2, picking up that other Infernal, wiping Mad Lions, and now marching towards the base.
And we thought maybe Mad Lions would have the chance to skirmish in the river, to do a lot of what they did when they beat G2 last time, but G2 have been in just total control here.
And I love that team fight because it's a great example of one of the things that G2 are strongest at, which is playing slow fights. Now, a composition like this, poke composition, you have to play the fight slow. It's about landing that poke. It's about those minute by minute, or excuse me, second by second decision making, like you call coffin. Now, Mad Lions still have the potential for the miracle. Maybe they can get
Oh, he cleansed. Oh, didn't work out there on the QSS.
I was trying. I was like, okay, we got to keep them interested. We got to keep it tight right now. And no.
Oh, no QSS. Just getting stunned there. It's nothing he could do.
Humanoid, he's pushing bottom. He's like, this might be it, guys. I think it's over.
They were trying to find the pick, but Wonder, of course, just pushes R, and he's now stolen all of Shadow's stats, and I think this is, as mentioned before, the victory lap for G2. Perk's potentially in trouble here, but the entire team collapses to protect that KDA. Do not let this man die. Orome, on the other hand, will get taken out with the 4th death of this game. Rough start here for Mad Lions, but as we're starting to learn, the meta is defined by G2 in the LEC. Whatever they play, even if we haven't seen it quite yet, is probably damn strong, as we've learned from this Mordekaiser pick. And now the final fight breaking out. Mad Lions, one last desperate hold here, but Jankos will go gold, and Kaiser as well will dodge the obliterate from the Mordekaiser as Jankos is now on the retreat. Kaiser trying to get something done, but just hand delivers another kill to Wonder. Will get saved here by Mickey X, and it's just going to be a clean closeout from the side of G2. They're not looking to give up a single member on the back of this fight. Shadow wants to kick someone back into the fountain. He might not get much of a chance. That's the ace. The well-played heart comes out, and G2 will find their first win of the 2020 summer split.
And welcome back to the bot lane, Perks. 909 on this Varus. He's getting in shape. They're looking at Worlds. They say, we've got nothing less to prove. We're just here to win.
And the thing about watching International League is the Varus is banned so much we haven't gotten to see it. But in the LEC, they give you one chance. They show it to you so you know why it's banned. We have to appreciate that from Mad Lions. I don't think we see that champion again for the...
Duke said the Inch's kind of purpose on this roster is to be more of that calming voice, to be more of a shock caller. He showed some competitive games in the LFL on the Skarner. I expect him...
These dragons in a slow game are going to be really big because Infernal Drake, or rather Elder Dragon, can just end a game. And the fact that we have gotten rid of both...
Including the Yuumi on the Skarner, which obviously empowers him to be more of a threat.
Uh-oh. That is a very bad time to be sleepy in the mid lane. And here we go, Melitza. Definitely not the debut you were looking for. First difference in itemization to where the Graves would actually like to be. And now we see, honestly, a flawless use of the Rift Herald. Now, that's not the biggest deal. Most teams are pretty good at using it now.
Pulling the trigger first on getting their tank grouped up with them. And it looks like this time around it's Schalke. More control over the pit. Walk up to the dragon.
Scryer's Bloom. She will be able to move into the area and deny a little bit of this vision. Now we see Graves moving down to the wave out. He's TPing from behind. A good ult here could get a lot done, but Lorax is going to come over the wall. Lorax goes over the wall. Lorax is going to steal it. That's going to be massive, but Cabochard has thrown his ult in the fray. He's going to get locked up, though, and he's not going to be able to fire the ult back. Odoamne, meanwhile, buying so much time on the backside. The front line might be dead before this fight even kicks off, but Schalke's trying to turn it. Melitza's still alive. So much damage comes in. Cabo's still living. Melitza's still alive as well, and Comp It's going to be unkillable for now, but Yuumi will not transfer, and that means there's not enough healing to keep KazaLoLLCShighlights alive. That said, Comp is playing like a man possessed. They're continuing to push forward here. Suddenly Vitality looking pretty damn fine in this game. 2.5 items on the Ezreal. Bits and pieces here for the Dyson. All I'm saying is the fact that we don't have a Viking sponsor yet is astonishing. There are so many AD carries who just power farm in our league when they're given Aphelios. It could be a great opportunity. That's all I'm saying. BD, let's make it happen. The Dyson power farmer of the game.
Upset every game.
And Laos Biko also makes vacuums, in which case it's the Biko power farmer of the game. Regardless, NG is going to grab this one, interestingly uncontested.
Fights is now cresting past 25 minutes. We're probably going to see a lot more of them. It's just the outer towers are kind of finally being picked up.
Predator is being popped here. NG now running forward. He's trying to eye out a target. He's going to flash forward. The Lulu has been caught out. She didn't get a chance to Whimsy, and that means it's all but over. Goodbye to Nuxalot. He's going to get knocked out on that one. Big team advantage for now. Schalke, can they turn this one back? But now Comp is on the hunt. Paired. Oh, he's going to say paired with the Yuumi. He's on 5K getting lower. Lorox is on the way, but he's pretty far away. 3K health getting lower and lower. And X going to throw the ultimate, and that's going to be big. That's a shutdown. Oh, they can get in and seal this one. Andy's going to run. He's going to get the smite, but can Schalke find the follow-up fight? Odoamne immediately to the backline. He's going to get shoved back by Melitza. An excellent disengage, but here comes the sapling. That might be enough. Lorox gets the phase run.
Scraps here by trading for the mid tower, but it's going to have to be a very quick reset if they want to contest for this Drake.
So maybe try to force another fight, but no chance to contest this objective. The TP's coming in, but
exactly where he wants to be. He's got the Baron behind him, means he's always going to have you underneath the tower, and he's just taking pot shots. And when those
careful here, he is very tanky, but could get picked off. He will just throw his ult out, try to buy a bit more space. I don't think they're going to commit onto this one. One Horn coming in, and Axe going to throw his ult out. Big damage to chunk out.
He's got their summoner spells. The Maokai ultimate has backup. This is it.
Ooh, 4 members sitting there on that one. Unstoppable now as Odoamne wants to back off. The cat ult has been used. Odoamne is going to flash out to safety. Schalke really not set up for success there. They get the Yuumi ult, but clean take there from Vitality.
They just really weren't set up for what Aphelios' guns he had available. Maybe next time it's better. So here we go.
Abadagi getting us kicked off. Odoamne leaping forward, trying to catch multiple people in the pinch. It looks like he will be able to lock down Comp, trying to get a bit more space here. Lorox off to the side. The Graves has found his way forward, but he is not into the backline quite yet. And X untouched for now. Lorox.
Vitality back on the Baron.
And keep in mind, we have no healing reduction. On the side of Schalke, no fear. 3K getting lower and lower. Lorox looking for his hero moment, but Comp coming right over the wall. They've taken the Baron.
They're very different. They're probably not fighting for Worlds tickets, but almost kind of fighting to survive or fighting to have a...
He hasn't been hitting the backline, and that's been one of the big problems in the first place, so I'm still, I think, rightfully concerned.
You got to go through the front line first, and here we go.
Odoamne trying to kick it off. Big damage now coming in from Inax. He's going to get used to the QSS. Odoamne taking a ton of health there, but that's going to be the blue wall now coming in. Infernum not going to be enough. Comp still unkillable. Absolutely. Abadagi has to run for the hills, and this is just a slaughter. Comp playing with his food. He can leap forward whenever he wants, but he pulls his foot off the gas. He sets his sight on the objectives, and Vitality are just dominating.
They are unkillable. NG didn't take any damage. Look at him, he's full health. He just ran and Inax completely zoned him from the fight, and now Vitality are on the base.
Vitality now set up to end. Schalke get one more shot at this fight with less cool. Just step a little bit out of position.
I don't know if they do, though. Even if you kill Comp, they're still in his ear.
It's very true. Well, that's going to be Baron. And Ocean, or can now, but hasn't really gotten the opportunity to do so. Melitza pushing in, the split pressure here, really solid. Abadagi without really getting a chance to respond. Comp.
I mean, Inax just kind of threw everything there.
Yeah.
Everyone's full health. Yuumi just pops onto him.
There's a wave crashing in topside as well. Really good control here coming in from Vitality, crashing so many waves at the same time, making it so that Schalke have to take a fight if they want to get anything done. Odoamne now leaping forward. The ulti coming out, but he's going to get pulled back, and they're going to shred him down. That's the front line gone. That's the tank gone. Comp still alive, and this should just be an absolute massacre. Yuumi Ezreal going to run through the entire team. Melitza as well coming in for the double kill, and Vitality slow and steady controlled, but the moment they got this advantage, they have not given it up, and they have closed it out cleanly. Vitality, a clean slate and a fresh start. Their first win of the 2020 Summer Split.
Can't ask for much more from Vitality right there. Huge credit to their bot lane in particular, and NG in front of him, but it really did feel like the Comp and Lebrov show.
Absolutely did, but we have to give credit to NG because we talked about his play style as being kind of this leader and kind of the shot caller. And
We assume
from what we've been told, that's his style behind the scenes, kind of what we can expect from him. And that was, can't say for certain.
Scaled, and it looks like that's what he's going to do.
Ooh, all right, now I am going to get my Aatrox in a Gen X game, but not in the hands of Gen X himself, Alfari. This is
wave. Origen, when they initially peeked in onto this lower river with the dragon because they had the wave control of bottom. Here's the skirmish.
Now leaping forward, they're going to try to shut down Xerxes, but OG has a lot of members here in the area. Zazie now coming in, but he's not too strong. Crown shot now in OG territory. One more Mystic shot. Should be able to find him the kill. He's going to get first blood now coming in. This order to the backside. This is massive now for SK. They're turning this fight out. Alfari wants to fire it back. But Shrek now coming in. Gonna take him down, that's the hook. How far is he gonna go out of this one? A big dunk, and he's gonna manage to get a kill on Trick. That's gonna reset on the ultimate. Now he's on the chase. Infernal Chains, where is it going to go? How long is that cooldown? Duke can't speed him up. Gen X gonna give his life for this one. Buy space for the rest of the team to make it out, or is he? Limit with an excellent Lantern to ferry him to safety, and Destiny will walk away empty-handed. To be fair, Crown Shot, if he's quick enough on the trigger there's still, the raw cask is not ideal. Does connect the skill shot, but doesn't work out. Destiny now pulled back. It's a little overstayed his welcome, and Trick now going in, but he's getting shredded through. Haymaker does mean the Destiny gets taken down. Trick now walking to the bush. He's on a sliver of life, but Upset's just going to have to walk away from it. And in a pool of talented AD carries, it's going to be a big deal. So we see Crown Shot pushing into the top side. Upset left to farm, and Alfari now the one in trouble. I like the focus coming in here from SK. Limit will land the hook, but Trick does not want to commit. They're going to be breaking this one down. Herald used a little bit early, but they are still going to be able to grab this tower. It is going to take a frustratingly long amount of time, however, as there's just so much additional armor and magic resist on that tower. That's going to be tough. Maybe he gets to proc phase rush on Destiny on the way. Limit though, fishing for the hook, and Nuketech just going to sidestep now, trying to get a kill of his own. A lot of damage coming in from Nuketech, but he's going to get swooped back.
I think he was thinking, I'm going to sidestep this.
Does not pan out though, and now we get. I think, yeah, they don't have enough resources here. This should be broken down mid lane tier 1. Can't imagine the Herald will get another charge, especially as Xerxes has Smite up, but it does now set up for easy access to Ocean, potentially going to a team with an Ezreal on it.
Destroyed by a dark passage, and now Limit grabbing Xerxes.
Xerxes up, but there it is. Gonna buy a bit of time with the stopwatch, but now it's Trick on the backside, Duncan Upset right back down. Now Upset immediately gonna fun flash out to safety, or just flash. Destiny gonna get locked down, but Alfari wreaking havoc in the backline, and you cannot stop this Aatrox. Crown Shot trying to get something done, but there's so much healing and the reset coming through, and well, I was gonna say the macro check, I felt like SK were coming out on top, but the skill check, Alfari is here all day, taking names left and right, and now SK gotta run for the hills, because Gen X is gonna get stopped up, the hose connects, and now Crown Shot firing some damage, laying it down, the Qs are connecting, Trick gonna come over the wall, ooh, Upset tries to fire back with an ult of his own, but
to deal with an Ezreal to get onto the back line. Over in the LPL, they've actually been using Kai'Sa and Dive Threat, but I'll hold it, because here comes the TP and the Ornhorn.
Gen X trying to set up, making sure that he can connect with his ultimate, he's gonna hit on 2. Multiple members now locked down. Limit once again setting up the Lantern to pull him back out to safety. Team fight resets and they don't get a lot out of the Ornhorn, but now Xerxes has been caught out. He doesn't have a stopwatch anymore. They're trying to get the fight kicked off, but Trick is in the midst of everything, and he is going to be able to take on the Dragon. Alfari's in the back line. He's doing so much damage, but it might not be enough. Crown Shot trying to find a way and trying to find access there, but Upset manages to, quite frankly, strut his way out of that. And I'm starting to wonder, like, we look at what was traded here in the draft, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the nature of these blind pick, any blind pick champion, really. Oh, there you go. There's a play kicked off by Destiny. Excellent hook. Flash forward, very aggressive. They're going to donate that one over
Shockwave and Cask.
Crown Shot going to give them respect, immediately shifting out. We'll throw down the ult as far away as possible just to make sure that he is completely safe here. Zazie coming to the mid lane, but they're walking right into the trap of OG. Destiny coming out, will get hooked, will not connect on his hook either. It's TP on the backside for Alfari. That's the critical point now coming in for OG. Zazie going to set up the turret and back off, denying Alfari entrance any further into the fight. OG have made the call, and it is now time to disengage. Upset getting out some cheeky damage, though, will deny SK from pushing in any further.
But the damage has been done. That's big key ultimates. Really just Upset with his ultimate left from Origen, and they have to fight here.
Going forward, Trick on the flank, but they know he's coming. Trick flashing forward, he pulls a base breaker, he gets him back, but no, that was catastrophic. They don't have any follow-up. Crown Shot gonna get pulled out to safety. Suddenly Gen X is on his lonesome, isolated off to the side, and Alfari now looking to turn things around. Big damage coming in, but they haven't taken him out quite yet. A flash out to safety, coming over the wall, turning. Now dashing out, so incredibly low, but the Azir manages to clean it up. That's a shutdown onto Alfari. Maybe OG have bought enough time to take this one down. Trick, colossal misstep costs so much in this fight, but Crown Shot's now just sneaking into the pit. Upset's here, Xerxes here, the Lantern's got to be available, Zazie as well. They don't have a jungler though. This is actually insane. This is a terrible call. Xerxes just walks in and takes it. He says, why not just gift wrap it for him? And the thing there that you have to notice is that even when Alfari dies in the end, all 3 members are laser focused on Alfari. They think of nothing else. But for now, that's going to be the Baron, picked up by SK. Confidence to kick that one off. Upset is going to use the ultimate. The thumbs up coming in for Limit. The
game. I know his scoreline doesn't necessarily show it, but like what he's doing in team fights, the fact that he's been so on point with these lanterns, like how much have you seen these dark passages?
But now the siege is coming in. Fishing for an opportunity to get this one down. Honestly, excellent ward right there next to Limit from the side of OG, giving so much information just outside of the range of that control ward and really denying that hook over the wall from Limit, as well as just making it very clear how far OG can push.
So they just want to sit here, but I think if you're SK, oh, you can't because they'll just walk and cut the wave.
No, they'll walk and cut the wave, but look at top lane. Azir says, yeah, sure, cut that wave. We've already prepped top wave. He's moving in. He's got two waves behind him as well as a cannon creep, and they'll say, you can take the dragon, you can deny a soul point, you can match us up there, but we're going to take an inhibitor. And they've got 8-second recall time, so you can already see they're splitting their forces from OG because they know they have to defend the base.
Where were you when Origen misplayed a wave and got their base kicked in?
And now they're walking mid as well. SK Gaming, once again, we talked about it before, take the nameplate.
Losing position over their wave, and SK are like, that's fine, you can stand there, let's go!
Flash forward, facebreaker, pull the Orianna back, goodbye, Nuke Duck. Now here comes the Ornhorn, kicking forward, Destiny's gonna get... They're gonna hold out for another day. And at what point...
Needlessly large rods.
He's gonna get knocked up, there's a TP flank coming in. How far? This is it, this is the gambit. They're hoping to find the flank, but he's going to see Trick and Gen X first. Definitely not the targets he was hoping to fight. Unstoppable there. Crown shot, though, backing away. Trick in a retreat as well. Maybe they can take down Gen X, but Zazzy's on the side as well. Trick now coming through. He's going to dunk Alfari back down. They're trying to shred through Alfari before the fight starts off, but he brilliantly, he buys time with the stopwatch. So incredibly close. That cooldown is everything.
Control over this area to, again, try to set up picks, but they're against, deep teleport, hold on.
Coming through. Very fast Trick now coming in. He's going to pull back. He's going to try to cleanse. He's going to try to move upset through. He gets knocked back, but the CC will not be enough. Now Alfari's coming in. Jack's trying to buy as much space as he can. Crown shot free firing there. Zazie now trying to shut down the MF, but he's going to zoom away. Limit. How much more heroic can this performance get? The hook connects. Limit finishes him off. The shutdown now coming in. It's the solo laners left for OG. Maybe enough as Nuke Duck manages to snipe one, but Crown shot does so much damage. Alfari now trying to retreat as he throws down a bit more. Buys a bit more space for the team. Nuke Duck knows he has to split. If they line up, it'll be an easy double for Crown shot to clean up. Maybe, just maybe, they can hold on to the base, but they're going to have to concede the soul, and I know this has got to be it, Frostguard, and there's no way. Limit coming around the corner again. No, does not see Nuke Duck, but there's no way it's enough. This is it. SK, I cannot believe it.
They are chunking through those towers. They have done it.
The knockoff, and here we go. Where were you when SK Gaming took down Origen? They're going to have a lot to explain after that one. The best start to the split that SK could possibly hope for.
And we got what we wanted. We wanted to see Crown shot on his Ezreal, that when he was given the power, when you got him to a late game, he could show, yes, I can compete with them. Yet Zazie got the Azir, did his job, perfectly done. Trick, set. Not my favorite champion, but cool.
But here's the thing, is because...
A single tank in there.
Okay.
Not a single tank, but there is a Kayle. Played one, lost it. Unfortunately, he has come from the Prime League Pro Division. And that is a Kayle top lane into Ornn. What does this mean?
No, I love this, right? This is something I believe
to clear it out, and Inspired has not yet left the area. Kryze is now stepping forward to kill the ward. Is this a double bait? Who's been caught out? Pillar of Ice comes down. Chomp out as well. Defensive flash from Kryze. One more hit may all be that's needed. The jump from Inspired, and First Blood to find the kill. A little bit more accuracy.
All right.
And he could have got that kill, and Kryze with the angry Bimo.
We're gonna chalk that one up to week 1 right there for Finn. A little bit early on the E, but very nearly was going to be a solo kill if he did play base, which is nice, but not massive just yet. But on top of that, Corki can poke away with, you know, the ultimate shots, the Q as well. And Hansama, when he has the Calibrum, gains 100 bonus too. So in these fights, if they're ever, you know, hitting each other, you want to make sure you can keep the range advantage and dodge away if you're the Corki, package away if that kill gets too close to you.
That's going to be so crucial as these fights break out. And by the way, 13 minutes on the clock, a number of turret plates traded, but Rogue will be the ones to pick up the tower.
The Ornn ultimate when he's going to be around the team as well. They have a lot of immediate damage and the ability to try and catch you if you step too close. That is the power of the pillar here, whereas
at the 15-minute mark, Rogue are 1,600 gold up. They've got themselves an additional kill, and Finn is just gonna look for a solo kill. He's gonna get some support from Hansama and Vanda, but this time round, Finn hits all of his skill shots.
I'm sorry, I need to get on the phone with PETA immediately because that was not okay. That cat was getting thrown everywhere.
Oh man, just obliterated. Finn finds himself in Ezreal and Ayumi. That allows Hansama
in the tri-brush and got that pick. You can see sort of the immediacy of their engage. Hansama?
This is bold. This is real bold. Hansama sidesteps the Mystic
So it's pretty meaningless at the end of the day.
That was sick. That was absolutely sick. Vander and Hansama double team to shut down really the sort of the lead carry player-wise on Exile. Now, admittedly, Cries on the KL still needs a lot of time. He's just picked up the Gunblade this very second, and with the help of the Rift Herald, will somehow fend off this mid-pressure. This is a 5-man stack for Rogue. They are coming for this tower, and Exile, they're on the back foot once again.
Yeah, Excel are trying to 1-3-1 right now just to pick up CS, while Larson gonna jump on in there to chunk out Cage a little bit. Rogue setting up 10 seconds away from the Ocean Drake spawning, so that's what they really want here now.
Excel, we're gonna be able to secure the second tower of the game on the top. It's 5 towers to 2 now. And this Dragon will be given up. They are able to secure 1 tower top, and Cries gets a little bit of chip damage on the inner, but nothing really meaningful.
Right, so the way...
Dance on a knife's edge.
But here's the thing, they've got a Yasuo wind wall, so it's pretty good, but
yeah,
that doesn't work if he's in a side lane. They still do have good disengage with the Gragas and the Ezreal, but maybe they want to switch things up and not play...
in effective combat power once he's managed to pick up that Nash's 2.
Yeah, Special's now got that 100%, waiting on Cries. Still, as Patrick gets a lot of damage on Inspired.
It is indeed. Subjugate will come out and buy some time. You can hear the pretension in my voice waiting. Call of the Forge God comes down. Still catches onto Patrick. Forced to use the flash. Special's running for his life. Finn goes in, gets the knockup. Patrick and Tori are in trouble. Patrick's gonna get taken down, and Tori...
It's this Baron. They want the team fight here, but they don't have that Ornn ult, and that's gonna make it so hard to make this play happen. And without starting it up, it's just gonna be a tower trade in the bot lane.
Do you call... Rogue spent some time in the top lane. Inspired went up to gank and give some support to Finn. Finn, frankly, has been outplaying Cries in the 1v1. We saw a number of engages. He was willing to pick those fights earlier this game. And Rogue are looking very strong in their debut game.
Oh, no.
The Pillar of Ice interrupting the body slam. Call the Forge God comes down. There's no special to Wind Waller, but that's a very good stopwatch. That's going to keep Cage on the team alive. Now Rogue backing away. Cries is playing the side lane, and he's pushing the tower. Level 16.
Yeah, he just hit 16. He's going to continue the push on here because Larson, the only player with a TP, was grouped up with Rogue trying to find a fight. They might find it now.
Special! No! What was that?
But the bot lane, Cries is still pushing. Larson canceled his reset, so it's going to be 8 more seconds. The tower will fall down here. Question is, can Cries actually get that? Patrick, if he wanted to go for the pure trade, could TP in here to help out Cries if he needs it.
Larson's going to be able to defend the inhibitor, so Special ends up losing his life without Cries being able to pick up the crucial inhibitor.
Yeah.
Baron goes the way of Rogue. They get the kill as well. It landed in Hansama's pockets.
Control inside of their own jungle.
No, not at all. There's a 5-man stack from Rogue. With Baron empowered, Hansama and the Chakrams manages to get the root of the Special as well. Call the Forge Gods up. Wind Wall is on cooldown. Excel, they're not even positioned to defend their towers.
Yeah, they just can't do anything right now. Hansama freely walking up here, and here comes the Forge God.
It does indeed knock up onto Cagel. The barrel is insignificant. And as it stands, so are Excel's efforts against Rogue. 5 kills to 0. And despite the fact they've traded 7 towers to 5, it has always been on Rogue's best interest. It has always been for the advantage of Rogue.
Here we go!
Oh, that was fantastic. Larson's going to jump into the back line. Finn's going to find the double knockup. Cagel is already popped and bopped, and Special gets melted inside the jungle. Divine Judgment comes down, but you have been judged, and you have been found wanting. Excel are torn to pieces, and Rogue are pushing into the base. The first pick, Ezreal Yumi, will be the last people standing as Patrick and Torre can do nothing but watch their base get obliterated.
It's just a brilliant team fight right there from Rogue, flying into the backlines, tearing Excel apart. They've been in control this entire game, and it just took one 5v5 to put the nail in the coffin.
30 minutes flat. Rogue will take down the Nexus, pick up the first win of the summer split. And honestly, Rogue made a statement in
It's
how
a thing of beauty. It started with Finn finding, I believe, the Flash E knock-up onto 2 members. But then in the backline, Inspired went for that huge package. We're saying, hey, where's that going to go? It went into Kryze's face. He took him down low, assassinated the backline, and then jumped out with 1 HP. And that's exactly what you've got to do against the Kayle, is play around those. You got that big global ultimate with the Gangplank. If Set comes around a turret, that's when his ganks are going to be strongest. When he runs straight at you, and you can just
Gangplank pushing heavily in the top lane. And here comes Set. That's the flash. Gets the pull back. The sleep is there. There's no cleanse. The paddle star. The true damage. Ruzzle getting an early advantage is big. And oh man, they're going to look to punish again.
He's got the Hex Flash down there, but balling. Some good trading here.
There's indeed a lot of damage back and forth. Kobe, the first pick, Kalista steps forward. The Rend goes down. Hylissang gets taken out with the Pierce. Kobe and DOS, they pick up the 2v2 kill, and Misfits
on the champion that was not very popular for a long time when you just had to be all about that early game impact. But we know the games are slowing down. Selfmade wants to lane on over towards the top side of the map as well. But look at this Selfmade coming around. Good kick.
That's it. Selfmade finds Febiven, and honestly, that was too easy. Barrage available for Dandan as well. Do Misfits fancy a fight? TP's now completed in the mid lane. DOS is taking a lot of damage, but look at Hylissang. He's getting melted. Sleepy Trouble Bubble will be able to tag down 1. That's a stun.
Side of the river for Misfits, and now Misfits are setting up this huge play down towards bot. They're going to run into Selfmade.
Ender, you called it. You said exactly how Razuk was going to tower dive. Walking behind the tower, and with the help of DOS's Nautilus, that's another kill onto Bwipo. It's at the cost of Kobe. Here comes Fnatic. The Destiny and the Gate delivers Nemesis to the Fnatic faithful, and it is a triple kill for
with Selfmade sitting underneath the tower, ready to respond. Nemesis with the Gate on forward, and now Bwipo teleporting up towards top side. He doesn't have any of the slows, but he's zooming.
Yeah, he really is. Blink and you'll miss it. Selfmade,
no, Dandan's taking
0-1. Dandan was taking the turret damage. Throws down a powder kit. It's getting knobbed. Feast. Delay. And actually, this is going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that should take the tower there with everyone walking up too. So Fnatic not making the play just yet. Nemesis technically does have TP, but no Destiny Gate means Fnatic will
be working towards that Triforce. And now the boss DOS.
Do they have the damage to kill him though? I'm inclined to believe yes, there's a lot of CC from DOS, but they would probably have to bring up Razork to make this happen.
The wave clear from Bwipo's Cho'Gath obliterated that minion wave. He's got himself a frozen hose. Has got that super soaker to spray down and slow anybody in front of him. Sleepy Trouble Bubble from Febby. Paddlestar gets blocked by the Unbreakable, and there's no support elsewhere. So as long as Febby is keeping some attention in that middle lane, it has allowed Razork, Kobe, and DOS to secure the second tower.
So this is really interesting, because right before the Drake spawns, Misfits putting all the...
But look at Bwipo up top.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge win for Fnatic. They're going to get everything. They get the top lane tower, which will end up making it a trade from what Misfits were able to do, and they get the Drake. And it's all because of, not Nemesis sitting inside the jungle, you know, picking off DOS there. It's the ultimate from Reckless that forced both Razork and Febiven to walk into the top side of the jungle. DOS didn't get the memo. He's like, hey guys, Dragons go for a lot of poke within team fights. He's going to have to be very mindful of when key abilities are on CC, namely that Rupture for Hilly, who does get caught out here.
Yeah, but where's the follow-up? Dredgeline comes down. That's a lot of damage coming up from Razork and Febiven. Paddlestar won't find the kill. The true damage will, though. Razork finds the hit. Rupture comes up, 5-man stack for the Misfits. Sleepy Trouble Bubble onto Bwipo. Dredgeline pulls him backwards. Kobe gets another. Destiny has been thrown down from Nemesis, but so is the Rift Herald in the mid lane. The hold stands. There goes the charge from the Rift Herald. Cannon Barrage is now flying down, and multiple members of Misfits are continuing the siege.
Yeah, really nice stuff there from Misfits on the siege. Hylissang once again steps too far forward, gets punished there from Misfits, who will now net themselves 2 turrets off of the push. In the meantime, top lane
stacks are going to stick a lot. Do Misfits stay? They're taking a lot of damage.
Look at the flank.
Trouble Bubble gets missed. Gold card is primed. Gets thrown out. The slam dunk unstoppable. Kobe gets the kill into Nemesis, but there's Bwipo on the front line. He manages to throw out the Rupture as well as the silence. It won't be enough to help him. Dandan is sitting on Reckless. Now they're running for their life. Kobe hopping, skipping, jumping, using that martial poise. Pulled backwards by Razork. 3 kills. Selfmade and Reckless need to pull a miracle. Razork is going to get a big shield.
He can do it. He can do it.
Dandan steps forward. Not even in the pit. That's slow. That's late. Selfmade is shut down.
Up there, but Bwipo gets destroyed, and Dan so patient underneath that fight, waiting for the flank. Even footing right now, because Misfits with the Baron buff are going to be cleaning out these towers. Kabe very close to finishing off the Death
Got that
Stand.
Hex Flash if he really wants to make a bold move. Redemption used to keep the minions alive, and Dan's in the mid lane. Hylissang just gets chunked out by that Paddle Star, and near flawless siege on this tower.
I mean, Febiven's playing great, continues to land these bubbles onto Hylissang more often than not, but that buys them this top lane inhibitor. Fnatic can't make the engage happen. You see Selfmade on the bottom of your screen trying to look, can he find an angle, can he find a flank for that big kick, but it's just too hard at this point in the game when there's so much CC that can stop him in his tracks.
Cannon Barrage comes out. That is a sleepy Cho'Gath, gets pulled back, slam dunked, and Razork ends up dying. He bit off more than
Exactly, right? So Fnatic just going to be farming that one up for the time being. The problem comes if they continue to get hit by these bubbles as Misfits push forward. It doesn't matter if they have a Baron. If they stack two waves on top of each other,
I'll be asking the question.
If they get a Baron,
right?
it's going to look better.
Definitely the case.
No.
Those odds are not increasing right
15%.
now. Self-made, forced to use the stopwatch, uses the kick backwards. He's not gone down yet, but look at the turnaround. All of a sudden, Hylissang is the sacrificial lamb to the slaughter. Bwipo has thrown out the ghost and the super soaker. He's in trouble. The
10%.
sleep will not find someone to get caught out, and DOS will not be able to connect with the dredge line. So Self-made escapes. Hylissang concedes his own life, but now at what cost?
Yeah, they can try to hit this tower right here. Nemesis on the AD. Twisted Fate doesn't have Blade. Good knock up.
That was indeed Kobe's going to be able to flash away for safety for now. Bwipo will not be able to find the kill. Fate's call will pull DOS out of trouble, and while that's going on, Dan was pushing the inhibitor turret. Gold card goes out, he eats an orange. It's okay, the flash gets out.
Has the TP to get in here as well. Bwipo can just eat this one and get the soul for free.
He's going to try that immediately. Teleport comes out, is going to be secured. Fnatic get themselves the soul, but they might lose the game. There's so much damage coming down from the Misfits side. They've already taken out Bwipo. Now Fnatic running for their lives. Sleepy, Trouble, Bubble won't find anybody to sleep. Dan has hopped over the wall, no flash to chase. Paddlestar won't find a target. Now Hylissang's in trouble. Dan will get caught up by the gold card. He parlays himself. Dredge line onto Nemesis. Exhaust goes down. It's another kill to Misfits, and it's Dan that gets it. Razork is ushering in minions in the mid lane, and they're looking for the win.
Yeah, Misfits still on the push right there. The first tower is going to fall. Misfits have minions down bot lane as well, while supers are pounding on the Nexus turrets. It's really just Reckless left to try and defend this one, but I think there's way too much to do it.
Absolutely the case. Inhibitor number 2 and number 3 are going to fall. Honestly, the speed and the pace of this game has kept you and I yelling for what feels like 15 minutes. They are up in the lead. Now the Baron is under some threat here, actually. Fnatic have got themselves a chance.
They can burst this.
Somewhat scattered. Feast is available. And look, Misfits, they realize it. They have backed away. Look at the bottom lane. Nemesis, his ultimate is timed out. He has no TP available. This is advantage Misfits.
Yeah, I don't know what happened right there. He was trying to recall, maybe see if someone was coming towards him, but he will be able to group up with the team. And the Baron has not been started up just yet. And here we go for Misfits. Fnatic do have a nice collapse right here. But again, Kabe is a massive problem. And they don't have a great way of dealing with him without a flash on Bwipo.
They don't. I love Selfmade throwing up the emote right now with such a tense situation. By the way, Predator is the Omnistone choice for Nemesis. It has literally just changed. He's dinged levels.
You've got to get him away from the pit.
Do they have enough damage to burst it down? Bwipo's not there just yet. 6,000 HP.
Bwipo can flash into the pit very soon.
Here comes the ghost. Bwipo's got flash soon. Dan is waiting in the river. That's the smite outside of the fight. 2,500. They've done it! Fnatic has got the Baron! Misfits did not land the final kill, but the dredge line will catch on to Hylissang. Can Misfits win the fight? DOS has been pulled backwards by the Fate's call, and now they're going to be dashed all the way forward. Bwipo! He gets the feast! Fnatic are fighting back! What are the odds? They're not going to kill Kobe just yet. He goes down to Reckless. Supers are inside the base, and Fnatic...
They're going to be able to knock out this turret, and with the Baron, they could actually just keep pushing towards the base here if they wanted to, but with
the benefit, but look at Nemesis. He's pushing in the mid lane with the rapid fire cannon and the Cutting Blade. Destiny has been used, full vision. Destiny, gate is now popped into the mid. Selfmade is inside the pit, the 5v5. Fate's call has been used. Nemesis the target. He flashes away from the dredge line. That is huge. Now all of a sudden the Elder is going to be the focus, going to move it towards. That's the smite available. Elder is picked up by Fnatic. They get the Elder. They get control. Despite having no base to speak of. It is Fnatic with all of the buffs.
And Fnatic still run down in towards that bottom lane. That inhibitor is now exposed. This is their inhib to take. Misfits all calling their entire team back towards the base. Looks like the Baron buff has worn out for the time being, but Fnatic aren't done.
No, they're not. Southmane takes a lot of damage. He's got the
faster. They didn't. They went for the slow and steady. They went for the inhibitors, and now it is Fnatic with pressure in every lane.
And also Febivin, 3 completed items to Nemesis is 4. There's an item disparity on that lane.
What can they do? How can they clear the waves? They can't without Gangplank here.
No, they cannot. Cleanse has been popped there by Febivin. He's got Ignite as his second summoner. Dan tried to use the powder kick, but all of a sudden, Fnatic have taken the inhibitor. While that's going on, Nemesis is pushing the top lane. It's 8 towers secured for Fnatic. They're just 1 shy of Misfits. Rupture once again goes out. Super Minis in the bottom lane. Super Minis will stop pouring through the middle lane, and the third inhibitor is now under siege. That's the push forward from Razok. He's trying to find a target. Das has taken so much damage, and despite the sleep onto Hylissang, there's no follow-up. Third inhibitor is just falling.
Oh man, it's looking like 80%, 90% now for Fnatic inside the base. We've lost 6 inhibitors inside of this game, and now Bwippo looking for DOS.
He's looking for it indeed, but he's already been feasted. He's already been gold card. He's already been deaded. Razok is the next target for Reckless. He's hammering away. That's the kickback. Kobe will be caught out by Selfmade, but a fantastic flash escape keeps Kobe alive. It does not matter. Fnatic have found the fight that they needed. They picked themselves up 3. Nemesis is on stage, the Nexus turret, as Kobe is now running for his life. Dan and Kobe, the last 2 members standing. Misfits had the game within their grasp, and it was lost to them as Nemesis will tower dive. He won't be able to finish it off. The rest of Fnatic turn back to the Nexus. From the clutch of defeat, Fnatic take down Misfits.
100% Fnatic snatch it away from them. Misfits were knocking on the Fnatic door right there, but they turned it all around with an insane Baron steal, a beautiful team fight, and quite frankly, just gave themselves enough time to come back in that one.
Plastic high five, my man. That was such a fun game to end the day. Guys,